Hey Hooper, welcome to this special edition of our flow session classes, 4 classes. And over the next 4 weeks, we are going to be exploring flow, coordination, and activation with twins. Now, if you are new to twin hooping, then don't worry, because each week what's going to happen is I'm going to take you through a warm-up. I'm going to take you through some trick breakdown or coordination station that you can always come back to anytime you need. So with twins, for some people, off-body twin manipulation can come easily. And for others, like me, it can be quite a journey, because here's the thing, it's a lot about balance and coordination, and most of us are one side dominant. For most of our lives, we are good at writing with our right hand and picking up things with our right. And so when we encounter twins, it looks so crazy and so easy. And then for many of us, when we pick it up, we realize that it's actually a huge rewiring and huge challenge for our brains and our bodies. Take that as a positive thing and promise yourself that you will continuously move through it little by little. Yes, frustrations will come up, and that's totally okay. The important part is to continue to practice. Try not to force yourself into anything. If you're coming up against like, oh, this is just not working, or if it's bringing up frustration or tears, or then give yourself a break and go and move into the other parts of hooping that you're working on, and always come back. Continuing to come back to your twin hoop practice will improve your strength and coordination. So that's my little pep talk. Before we get into this, if things start to get a little bit hectic for you, remind yourself that everything can be worked out, and it does take practice, not just thinking about it. With twins, the important thing is that you're using 2 hoops that are the same or pretty much identical. In this series, I'm going to be using either 70 centimeter polypros or 90 centimeter. You can use any size you like, and most of this series will be off body. I started my twin hoop journey with very large and very heavy hoops, and that caused a lot of bruising. It also caused a lot of strength building. So it's totally up to you. If you find any of the repetitive movements too challenging for any parts of your upper body, your arms, and particularly the tops of your hands, if we do any spinning moves might get a little bit bruised, then just give yourself a break. Please be responsible for your own hooping experience and journey. Okay, so we're going to warm up each week and have some fun, get into it. This is just like a regular class. Then I'm going to be giving you some breakdowns of the tricks, and then we're going to go into a flow. So you will learn a flow each week, and you can piece it together so that you can continuously move through transition from trick to trick with 2 hoops. Okay. So just to warm up, we're going to do something. First of all, we're going to try it just with 1 hoop. Doesn't matter what size you've got, but if you do have a larger hoop, then I'm going to give you a few tips on how to do this. So what's going to happen is you're going to put your hoop in one hand, and as you swing to one side, so if it's in your right hand and you're going to your left, you're going to do 1 circle and catch break. 1 circle and catch break. So all I'm doing is opening my hand and closing it. And notice that this is a full body expression. So I'm reaching out and I'm slowing the hoop down. So if I do it really fast, like this, that's totally okay. We're warming up, so we don't need to go into it super fast. But if I go slow, then the hoop kind of goes on this angle, and I do a tiny little manipulation with my wrist and my hand. So I'm warming up. So as I go to the left, my hoop circles to the left. As I go to the right, my hoop circles to the right. So around. You can use a full body expression. If you didn't have a hoop, you would be doing this. And if you want to do this without a hoop right now, maybe your hoop's too big or too heavy, then you're going to be doing this to warm up your whole body. Notice my feet are moving. Use the other side. My legs, my knees, my hips are opening. This is a spinal activation. I feel my breath deepening. So as we move to one side, we circle the hoop and back. So we open the hand, close the hand. Open the hand, close the hand. Beautiful. This can become quite trance-like. All right, so now we're going to grab both of our hoops, and as we go over to the left, we circle to the left, grab. As we go to the right, we circle to the right. This might be easy for you. It might be a challenge. You might find that you need to find that perfect balance where the hoops kind of drop on an angle, and you can get really creative with it. You can turn in a circle if you like, and turn back the other way. If your hoops are bigger, making sure that you're warming up through the shoulders, it is still possible. So we are problem solving, we are coordinating, and we're balancing. And the way that it's possible is that we let the hoops go really down on an angle so they're not super flat, because then it's going to be really challenging. Not impossible, but challenging. Beautiful. Bringing in your own expression to this. Just a few more times with breath. And we're keeping, as we open the hands, and this happens a lot of time in off-body hooping and in twin hooping, we spread the fingers. We're manipulating, we're continuously having a contact with our hoop and guiding it. If they fall, if they drop, if they hit you, that's okay. It's spatial awareness. We're just developing that. Okay, bringing the hoops to the front. Just here, if you need to roll your shoulders open, or if you need to give yourself a little shake, if that was a bit taxing on your arms, you can twist from side to side. We are going to weave one side and then the next. So if this is new to you, what's going to happen is your hoops will be in front of you, hands on top, knuckles up, and we're going to go out with the thumb, behind, and then in front. Out with the thumb, behind, and in front. The elbows are at the side. Just take this slow. But if this is okay for you and you know how to do a continuous side-to-side weave, then you can go for it. Otherwise, for the whole class as well, when I'm using these orange and green hoops, the green hoop will be my right hand and the orange hoop will be my left hand, so that you can see the difference. So we're going right, and then left. Right, give yourself time, give yourself space, relax through the mind. Thinking about the planes. So with this particular move, it's in the front and the back. 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 And notice that each time I come to the front, I'm putting that hoop that has just been doing movement behind. That hoop that has just been doing movement behind. Just warming up. Feeling blood flow. If this is not working for you, opening up through the chest and the shoulders, grounding through the feet, softening the knees, opening through the belly. And if a side weave is just really not in your repertoire right now, then you can turn. So the hoop is on the side, and you're going to try a forwards weave, and then turn, forwards weave, and turn, forwards weave. And a weave is when the hoop goes on one side and the next, so we're crossing over. And it's okay. If this is not in your range, you're going to come back to it. It's something that you can be excited to work up to. And if it is in your range, let's just give ourselves a little bit of momentum. So as one hoop is behind, the other is in front. It's exactly the same, but now we are finding a flow with it. So it was right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Notice that I've opened up the armpits a little, swaying from side to side. Beautiful. Okay, amazing. How are you feeling? Okay, we're going to keep the arms out nice and wide. If your hands are already starting to feel like there is a little bit of pressure on them, because if this is new to you, then you're going to build strength slowly, then you can keep your hoops just hanging down. But if you're feeling nice and strong, you can squeeze and press your thumbs against the outside. And we're just going to swish from side to side if you have space. If you don't have space, you can keep it like windscreen wipers just here. It's going to be for your wrists, for your hand strength. But if you have space, we're going to open the wings. So you'll feel an extension through the front of the shoulders, and then a squeeze or contraction through the shoulder blade. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, and then we're just going to go out to the side, just kind of warming up. If you're feeling any tension come in, loosen through the hips, do a few circles, one way and then the other. Okay, we're going to take the right hand over and then the left hand over. So we're just bending at the elbow, right over, left over. Building strength here. Right, left, right, left. If it feels okay for your neck, you can also look side to side. All of these little build-ups and warm-ups too, while they may not be tricks, or they may be a style or a trick that you want to add to your range of movement, they are all about bringing in balance. So what we do with the right, we do with the left. So anytime you pick up your hoops, even if you're like, I don't know a trick, I don't know what to do, what you do with the right, you do with the left. What you do with the right, you do with the left, so that you're just bringing in balance. What you do with the right, you do with the left. What you do with the right, you do with the left. Okay, so we're just training that balance, training that coordination. Right, left. And that's a little tip that you can take with you anytime you're practicing, but you're not quite sure what to do. Balance. If you try something on your right side, try it on your left side. Another cool tip that you can do with twins, and it doesn't work with every single movement, but what you do one way, you can do the other way. So if you're really used to going forwards with everything, see if you can start going backwards with everything. If you're really used to going, if you're doing these double weaves, you may not be. These are all just little tips for your personal practice, which I'm sure you're going to be doing really often. If you're used to putting your right hand under, for say a double weave like this, try putting your left hand under. So we're just thinking about how we can serve that balance, build that coordination with every single movement. Okay, pop those hoops down. Just give your wrists and your hands a little massage. This is a beautiful way to bring in just some sensory goodness. Give the hands a little squeeze. Whatever feels right for you as well. Pummeling or pushing through the forearms is really, really important. You can get a build-up of tension. I know when I was doing a lot of twin work, lots and lots of off-body hooping, I was getting very, very tense. Never painful. If you're feeling any pain at all, then it's time to back off and give yourself a rest. But I was feeling a lot of tension, lots of really strong muscle building, because we were always gripping and always holding on. So just giving your body some love, using the heel of your hand just to kind of pummel through can be a really nice way to release and activate at any time. You can do this anytime you need to, right throughout this class. Okay, are you ready to do some tricks? Yeah, how are you feeling? If you need to grab a drink of water or shake it off or have a little dance party, you can tap into the playlist that I've put in this course as well for you, and just kind of have some background music to motivate you. There are times I will let you know, still shaking while I'm talking, still moving hip circles at any time, pummeling arms, massage, practicing what you do with the right, you do with the left, one way or the other, anytime that I'm just going through some talking. Twins can be very brain heavy because you're thinking a lot about planes and precision and coordination and balance and directions. So anytime that it starts to get too in your head and you need to release and express yourself, you have full freedom to do that and to move any feelings through your body. Okay. What I want to do in this coordination station is help you with some tricks that we're going to use in the flow session.